Hello, dear students. This is the 38th session in the paper titled 20th Century British and American Literature prescribed for the 5th semester optional English students of Mysore University. In this session, we will discuss about the major characters in the play All My Sons written by Arthur Miller. At first, we shall have a look at the character map. These are the major characters of the play and how they are related to each other. The first major character in this play is Joe Keller. Joe Keller is a 60 years old self-made business person. He is a very greedy person. He is responsible for the death of 21 pilots during World War II. He cares about nothing else but his business and his family. As long as his family is financially stable, he does not even care about their emotional requirements or their model or idealistic expectations from life. He is uneducated and unpolished. He is the representative of the capitalistic society which does not think beyond money, business, success, and profit. He does everything that he wants to in the guise of supporting his family, but in reality, it is his ego that is being satisfied, not the financial stability for his family. He has envisioned that one of his sons will take over the business. He was very hopeful that Larry will be the person who will take over his business because Chris does not show much interest in his business. But after Larry's death, he does not have another option, so he thinks that his second son, Chris, will take over the family business. But unfortunately, what happens is his company sells defective cylinder heads for military aircraft, and a very huge scam takes place. The defective cylinder heads kills 21 people, and that for that his business partner Steve Deaver is considered responsible and he is sent to prison. Now, he convinces the judges that he has no role to play in this because he was not even present when those 21 cylinders were delivered to the authorities. And so, because he was not well, he was sick, he was staying in his house, and it was Steve Deaver who made the call, and so Steve Deaver is imprisoned. Now he lies in the trial because Steve Deaver has consulted before sending uh, the cylinder heads, but Joe had insisted that he send the uh, defective pieces itself. Now, in front of everybody else, he comes out as innocent, but he is actually guilty. Nobody else knows, but everybody feels in their guts that he has a role to play, as huge a role as Steve Deaver in the whole scam. Now he has to face his own weakness when Chris brings it in front of his face. When Chris forcefully says that he has to reconsider his role in all this, he does reconsider, and the reality is too much for him to handle, and he commits suicide at the end of the play. Now, after his suicide, Chris does not decide to stay behind with his mother and his love Annie, but he also decides to go to a new land and start a new life without any influence from his old life. The next important character is Joe Keller's wife, Kate Keller, who is the mother of Chris and Larry Keller. She's often referred to as mother in the play. She is indeed motherly. She's not a mother in a positive way, wherein she influences her sons to make drastic development in their lives. But she's a mother in a negative way, wherein she tries to protect every crime that her husband has committed in the name of family. She attempts to control people and situation. She has been successful in doing so until the husband's crime comes and hits her right on her face. To assess the situation, she's pretty quick, she's observant, she's clever, she understands everything, and then she is an expert in manipulating situation to her benefit. Now she is sometimes nasty to Anne because Anne is the daughter-in-law to be. She is pretty nasty to her, especially when Anne has some important points to tell the family, important lessons to teach the family. She is extremely nasty to her, and she reminds her that her father is in prison, not her husband, and so she opposes Chris and Annie's marriage because she believes that Larry has not died and that Anne has to sit there waiting for Larry. Now, it takes Annie's efforts to show Kate that Larry is actually dead. Annie produces the suicide note written by Larry to Kate in the hope that Kate will at least realize now that she is wrong in thinking that Larry is still alive and only missing. And because Larry could not bear um, bear the severeness of his father's activities, he has committed suicide. But Kate, after reading the letter that Larry has written, denies any responsibility. She says this letter should not be shown to Chris because if Chris reads this letter, he will take some action that he will regret later in life. So she tries to hide it from Chris. But Annie is the person who snatches away the letter from Kate's hand forcibly and shows it to Chris. Now we understand that Kate is completely supportive of her husband and she has the well being of her family in her mind, but she has chosen the wrong way to show that solidarity towards her family. The third major character of this play is Chris Keller. Chris Keller is a young man. He is about 32 years old. He is ignorant of his father's crime in the beginning of the play. He is also an army officer like his elder brother. He cares very deeply for his soldiers and their well being, but most of his troop has died because of his father's selfishness. Chris realizes about his father's actions very late and he understands that Larry's death is completely his father's fault. He also understands that 21 men died because of his father's decision. This realization comes to him because of his girlfriend Annie. Annie wants to marry Chris, but Chris's mother is opposed to this marriage because Chris's mother wants Annie to wait for her elder son to come back so that Annie can marry her elder son, not her younger son Chris. Now Annie feels that in order to marry Chris, she has to show them all a proof to show that Larry is not alive. She has a proof for Larry's death, a death note that Larry has written to Annie. Larry does not convey about his suicide to anybody else but only Annie. Now, Annie shows this letter to the whole family, the Keller family, the remaining Keller family, which consists of Kate, Joe, and Chris. Now, after reading this letter, Chris understands that Larry was aware of his father's involvement in this scam. Larry was also very sure that his father is the only person who should be blamed for everybody's death. Now, when the reality hits Chris, he becomes very agitated. He does not know what to do, so he decides to start a new life in Cleveland. He does not want to marry Annie anymore. He just wants to leave his past life behind and go back to leading a new life in a new place. So he decides to go away. When his father commits suicide after making this decision, that does not stop him from going away. He still sticks on to his decision, and he goes in search of a new life. His mother is also supportive of this decision. The next major character is Anne Denver, or Annie as she is called by her friends and family. She is 26 years old. She rejects her father. She actually disowns her father because of his criminal actions. She also has a very high moral standard set for herself, and when she finds out that her father was involved in a scam which killed so many people, she disowns him simply. After his arrest, she does not go to meet him. She does not even want to tell him anything about her personal life anymore. But it is her brother George who goes to the prison after she has decided to get married to Chris to talk to her father. Now, she and her family moved to New York when Steve Deaver went to a prison. Now, Anne Deaver does not forgive her father for the crime that he has committed during the war, causing 21 people's death. After his conviction, she even stopped visiting him in the prison. Annie is Larry's girlfriend before his death, but after his death, she gets attached to Chris Keller. Now, because of Chris's solidarity, she falls in love with him and she wants to get married to him. When Kate Keller refuses to allow their marriage, Anne Anne is forced to show Kate Keller the letter that Larry has written to her, stating the facts about his death. Now, to convince Kate of Larry's death, she shows this letter. After reading the letter, um, Larry's mother, Kate, does not want her second son, Chris, to read the letter at any cost, because she does not want anything to change in the family. Because after reading this letter, she is very sure that Chris will definitely take a different decision and then he will uh, disown the whole family and move away. She anticipates that move of his, and so she does not want to show Chris the letter. But Anne does not anticipate the repercussions of showing that letter, the suicide note, to Chris. She forcefully shows it to Chris, and as Kate had predicted, Chris decides to leave the family, leave the house, leave the whole hometown behind. He does not even want to marry Annie Deaver anymore. He wants to leave her behind and go start a new life somewhere else. Annie is crestfallen. The next important character is Annie's brother, George Deaver. George Deaver is a lawyer. He's a 31-year-old guy. He's the elder brother of Annie Deaver. He also has very strict moral standards that he has set for himself, and he follows good ideals in life. Now he is a lawyer. He disowns his father like his sister. But when Annie decides to get married to Chris, he feels that his father has the right to know about his daughter's marriage. So he goes to meet his father in the prison. There in the prison, after so many years, too, uh, his father claims with his son that he is innocent. He tells him that he had no role to play in the scam that took place, and he is accused of something that he hasn't done. So George Deaver comes back, does some research, and finds out that his father's claims are true. So he goes to confront with the Kellers. He is pretty brave and courageous. He does not even think about the damage that Joe Keller is capable of making to his family, but still he goes to confront him and he establishes the innocence of his father. The next important character is Larry Keller. Larry Keller is a dead character. He never appears on the stage in person, but everybody talks about him, and he has a very, very important role to play in everybody's life and future. Larry is often used to compare or to set a standard for Chris's character in his decisions and choices. So, Larry is a very important character because he considers his morals and ethics very important in life, and when he realizes that his father has committed a crime and killed 21 people, he cannot bear the seriousness of the incident, and he decides to kill himself. So he, before killing himself, he writes one letter to his then girlfriend, Annie, telling her that he is killing himself because he cannot bear the guilt of his father's crimes, because his father has done everything for his family and him. Therefore he is also indirectly responsible for the death of those 21 people, and that those deaths are very heavy on his heart. So he decides to kill himself, and he has killed himself long before the play starts. And it is his death and his death note that makes Chris take the decision to leave his family behind and go to a new place and start a new life. The next important character is Dr. Jim Bayliss. Jim Bayliss is 40 years old. He's shallow, he's overconfident, but he is sad. He is a doctor, and he is interested in conducting research for the benefit of many more patients. But unfortunately, he has been practicing as a physician because his wife has very high financial demands of him, and he dislikes the whole job. But because of the pressure that he faces from his family, he has to continue the same business. Now he hates the fact that all his patients are actually not suffering from any disease as such, but they are only demanding for uh, for time, for encouragement, um, some kind of pressure is being built on him, because they have no disease as such, but he is wasting all his